Good morning, everyone. My name is Simone Pemberton, and I am excited today because I get to chat with a fellow equestrian and one of my favorite horse girls, Janaee Robertson. Janaee is 12 years old. She's a rider from Charles County, Maryland, and has been riding since the age of 3. She loves the sport and is excited to keep growing and progressing with it. So let's transition over to hear directly from Janaee about her journey.
There is no one else in creation like you. There's nobody like you. And what you've come to do and what you have to offer is like no other.
All right. So, Janae, before we dive into the horse content, tell us a little bit about yourself. What school do you attend and what grade are you in?
Hi, I'm Janae. I attend Matthew Henson Middle School and am attending seventh grade. And I live in Charles County, Maryland, and been doing horse riding for quite a long time and learned to really love the sport.
Excellent. I'm excited because you know me, I'm a 30 plus year in equestrian lover, so I'm excited to have this chat. How's middle school going though? First year down, second year to go, everything going well?
Yeah, I would say so. Pretty good.
Okay, good, good, good. Do you remember the first time you were ever on a horse?
I remember a little bit. I remember the first time I saw the horse, and the first time I was on a horse, I just thought I knew everything. I saw the big girls do it, and I thought I knew how to jump as high as the ceiling and I knew everything. And when I got on the horse, it was just like, you know, different than what I usually am doing, like my other sports and stuff.
Got it. So what drew you to horses in the first place? What do you like about them so much?
The thing I like about them is that not a lot of other people like show as much attention to horses as any other animals. Like when somebody says, "What's your favorite animal?" It's usually a dog or a cat or something else. It's never usually a horse. And I feel like horse riding doesn't have as much love or as much care as all the other sports. So it's just something different to do.
Got it. What do you love most about riding?
Just being able to succeed and see my friends succeed and being able to do something I love and then having fun with it. And when I get older, like being able to show my kids or my friends, seeing me like, oh, well, I was able to do this at the age of 3. Maybe whatever you want to do, you can do this too.
I love that. I love that answer. I love how you incorporated showing your friends and encouraging your friends and being happy for your friends that also compete as well. That's wonderful sportsmanship. I also liked hearing you say, when you're older, because you're going to continue hopefully on with this passion because as you become adult, it's so important to have a thing, right? I remember talking to your mom a little while ago and she's like, "Yeah, Janae's like, I have to have my horse time." And I know exactly what you mean, right? You have to have that horse time and you can just decompress and let go of all the worries and the stress or whatever is bothering you, right? Awesome. Awesome. So I love that. So I love you have a thing for yourself. So wonderful. Okay. So let's get into your equestrian journey. So I know you've been involved in a lot of competitions, IEA private showing on leased horses. Tell me about these two wonderful ponies that you have in the background behind you and all of the wonderful accomplishments that you've had so far.
Okay, so this one right here, this one's Jazzy. I rode Jazzy for about maybe a year, She was a lease to my other barn I used to ride at, and I got the opportunity to ride her. She was a really good pony, and she got all her lead changes. She jumped all the jumps. I really did love her, and I won this one right here, the second place one right here. With her, I won 2 seconds, a six, and two fourths. So it was a really good day. And then this one I have right here, his name is Irish. Um, Again, I had some really good rides with Irish. Um, I won first place with him. I won a lot actually with him. He was a really good pony too. He was more like a piece of work, and that's a good thing because one, it's a good thing because I have something to do.
Mhm.
When I'm at the barn, I'm like, okay, we need to get this and this straight before and 2 days before the show.
Mhm.
And it's also a good thing because it gave me kind of a challenge. It made me a better rider for myself. So it only didn't just help him, it also helped me because I've learned things that I didn't learn before. And I learned how to be a team with him.
No, I love that. And I've seen you ride a variety of ponies at a variety of different barns, which I love to see because like you said, every pony, every horse teaches us something new, and you have to appreciate the backyard fun ponies as well as the super fancy ponies and everything in between. So I love to see that you love them all, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, good, good. I love that. All right, so writing's hard. I'm very well aware of this, and you're constantly learning new things, and nothing's ever perfect. Tell us about maybe a few things that, that you find hard about writing or dealing with horses that you're currently working on.
A thing that is hard right now. So what I like to do when I'm going over the jump is it's a habit for me. I like to duck into like on the side of the horse because I want to know if he's getting hardly changes or not.
Mhm.
And when I duck, like you're supposed to have the neck in the center of your chest.
Mhm.
So it's all like supposed to be connected. But when I jump, I duck to see if I get the lead changes or not. Because when I jump and like try to get the lead change ahead, she doesn't like when I'm asking for the lead change, she likes to, it's a certain way you have to pour in her mouth to ask her to change it. And sometimes we don't get it, sometimes we do. So I always want to make sure that I try at least to get it over the jump and make sure that we're on the right lead coming up to the next jump or she's going to refuse.
Mhm.
So that's one thing that I'm trying to work on. Another thing I'm trying to work on is trying to, when I'm coming around like the rail,
Mhm.
trying to have a sitting canter, a nice posture, my hands up, my thumbs on top, just trying to keep all that intact while coming up to the jump, keeping my legs on, making sure she doesn't stop and making sure she's not going too fast. All that. It's just something I've been working on.
That's lovely. I think those are great things. You're thinking strategically, right? So you're like, how can I better position myself over the jump and being more in sync with my pony to have a better course. So I love that as well because they feel us, and if we make a mistake or do something off, it impacts them. So I love to hear that. So you talked about, accuracy and lead changes over your jumps, but also some equitation stuff as well that you're working on just personally as a rider. What do you love the most? Are you a hunter kind of girl, a jumper girl, or an eck girl, or are you into it all?
I'm really into it all. Um, I do a lot of hunter jumper. So like I'm in the ring with all the fancy ponies, trying to have good posture and trying to get all the blue ribbons and stuff. And then there's another side of me where I'm a jumper girl. See, my pony, she likes going fast. Like she likes just running. So my first time I got into the jumper, my very first time I got into the jumper ring was with her because I have a jumper pony. And
Hmm.
it's hard trying to make a jumper pony into a hunter pony
Absolutely.
because all she wants to do is go fast, race people, you know. If she sees somebody carrying beside her, she's like, oh, it's game on, you know.
Hmm.
So trying to turn that into a nice, slow, low neck, low head hunter horse is like a little bit challenging
Hmm.
because, you know, you have to learn how she feels inside. If she's not, oh, let's go, let's go, let's go, and you're just like, okay, breathe, calm down, like trying to get your leg off of her, trying to make sure that you're not kicking her with your leg or your crop or anything. So, but when we were in the jumper ring, on my very first time, I got 6 out of 22 people.
Wow.
And for me, I was very proud of that because for me, for a person who had never done jumpers before and just going into the ring just to do it to see how it goes, I'm very proud of myself and her.
Wonderful. Yeah. I mean, I'm proud just listening to this because I'm listening. I hear you talk about the changes between the two different disciplines, getting in the hunter ring and getting in the jumper ring, and how you have to really learn your horse and settle your body and become a different version of yourself when you're riding in the two different rings, right? So that's not easy to do. And Janae, remembering all those jumps and where you need to go because it's not just go down the line, do the diagonal line. I commend you because my brain would forget all of that. So that is very, very impressive. So you do a lot of things. You're in a lot of different rings. You're working on a lot of different things. What do you feel you're really good at when it comes to horses and riding?
I feel like I'm really good at the sitting trot, you know, when my horse is calm and we are settled, because she has two different modes from the show ring and at home. At home, she's calm, you know, she's chill. She's like, oh, this is just a normal day. And when she's like that, we actually have a very good sitting trot, you know. She's slow and easy, and I'm able to position myself the way I'm less bouncy. I'm keeping her slow, but also keeping her keep going, you know, and I feel like I'm really good at that. And then another thing I'm really good at is the transformation from the walk to the canter and then the canter to the walk.
Mm-hmm.
Because when she's like when we try and get warmed up and stuff, she walks, and when she walks, she's like she knows what's happening. She's like, okay, I can feel that you want to canter straight from the wall. So I'm not gonna try. I'm just gonna go. And when she feels like she's just gonna go, because she's is a fast pony, she just hops right into it. And then when I tell her to walk, she calms right down and walks. And we're really good at that.
Good, good. Transitions are so important. And I know a lot of horses, they struggle from the walk to the canter and then coming back and trying to mellow back out because they just want to keep going and going and going and sometimes. So I think that's incredible. All right, so let's transition to some other horse experience kind of questions. Now, tell me what you're comfortable with. You want to share with me something scary that's happened with horses? Because, stuff happens, or something funny. What do you want to tell me about?
I'll tell you about something funny.
Okay, cool.
So something funny that happened with my horse. At the time, I was riding this horse named Drifter.
Hmm.
Drifter, he was like the big baby of the farm. You know, he was like he was one of the not oldest, but like adult
Hmm.
horses on the farm. But he just acts very dramatic and very just, you know, kind of like a toddler acts.
Hmm.
So one time I was like tacking him up and stuff, and I put my saddle on the like fence, you know. When I put my saddle on the fence right there, he had like grabbed the saddle pad from under it. He threw everything into the wind and everything into the water trough and everything. That day, I had to get a new saddle, a new everything, because it was all just falling apart. And for a couple of weeks, actually, I had to ride bareback. So that was. And I'm just, at the time I was at the bathroom actually, and like I thought that my saddle was far enough away because he was
Yeah.
tied up like pretty tight, but drifted like untying himself.
Mhm.
So he untied himself and then he got to the saddle and all that. And when I came back, I was just like, he's just standing there just looking at me and I'm looking at him.
They are some stinkers, aren't they? They get into all sorts of mess and trouble, but we love them anyway, so that's hilarious. Okay, so you're in seventh grade. You have a few years before you graduate high school, but it goes so fast, right? So as of right now, what are you thinking about as far as college? You thinking about you want to ride in college on a team, or it'll be just something that'll just be a hobby on the side? Have you thought about any of that?
Yeah. So if college gives the opportunity of riding horses or a equestrian team, I would love to take that chance or opportunity. And for like all the schoolwork and stuff, like that can just be my free time. When like I get a break or something, I go out to the barn or go take a little ride bareback or just something that I can do.
That'll be good. That'll be good. When the time comes, I do have a mentee who rode in college and competed on the show team at her school, so I can definitely connect you if you'd like to talk to her when that time comes. So, all right, you have a lot on your plate. Because don't you do soccer as well? Do you still do soccer? Janae, riding, soccer, school. What else is on the plate?
Clarinet.
Clarinet. You are a well-rounded individual. I just did horseback riding. That's all I could do. So I am always impressed when, I talk to other people in the youth and they're like, I do four different activities, four different sports. It's incredible. So how do you balance it all though? Because that's a lot to do.
Um, you know, let's see. For horseback riding, I
Mhm,
ride on the weekends,
mhm.
and sometimes she has like night lessons after school. Because my trainer, she's not only a horse trainer, she's also a teacher at Summers Middle School. So like she has to have her time too.
Absolutely.
She just can't go to school all day, well early, because teachers gotta arrive early, get off of school, wait for all the students to leave, clean up, come home, she's probably starving, eat food, get her daughter off the bus, then host a lesson. So I feel like that's a lot on her plate as well. And she's also a gym instructor.
Okay.
So that's a lot going on there. So she sometimes doesn't always have time to host a lesson. But when she does, I always go to it because it's always a good opportunity, like before a show or before camp or just in general to get kind of a heads up or like a, let's say, like a reminder on what we need to practice on as a group.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, the lessons are very important. Riding alone is fun, and we get to practice, but like I feel like we always need the lessons. No matter how old we get, how advanced we get, we can always learn something new. So, got it. So you ride on the weekends mainly, and during the summer it's probably a little different because school's out, your trainer's more available, you get to compete, you get to go to camp and stuff like that. So where does soccer fit in? Clarinet, school. I feel like your schedule is just as hectic as your trainer's. You're going to school, you have clarinet practice, soccer practice, rush home, try to eat some dinner, try to get some homework in. How do you fit all that in?
So for school, it's obviously every Monday through Friday, 5 days, and then Saturday, Sunday are off, or like holidays are off and stuff. My soccer is Monday and Wednesday. So my first soccer practice is actually tomorrow
Okay.
and at 6:30, I think. I'm on a new team, so it's going to be a little different. And for clarinet practice, my school actually has a band there.
Okay.
So I get kind of a period where I like go and practice my instrument and stuff and then we have concerts or rehearsals or stuff like that. And then when I come home, I either read my book, do my homework, or practice my clarinet some more.
Got it. Okay.
So if we have a concert or something, then I'll practice my clarinet more than I usually do because I need to make sure I'm prepared.
Got it. Got it. That's a lot, but it seems like you have a good grip on everything and can balance it all out. So I really like that. The parents help a lot, I assume, getting you to
Yeah.
and from and supporting you. That's great. That is wonderful. All right. Well, that is all I have for you, Janae. Do you have any questions for me at all that about anything about horse stuff? Because, we can talk about this for hours and hours.
Um, I do have one question. So I know you've been riding horses for a while now, right? And so when you're riding your horse, right? How do you maintain the sitting canter? Because when I'm cantering, my horse just likes to go, go, go. And when she's moving, I feel like moving with her is a little bit of a not struggle, but a challenge for me because I also have to make sure I'm slowing her down.
Yeah.
And then the last three strides, letting her go. So, how do you maintain the sitting canter?
Oh, look at you asking me hard questions. So that my trainers actually had me working on that recently, right? Because it's just easy to kind of get in half seat, right? You can just get up, the horse is doing whatever they need to do underneath you. You don't have to worry about, okay, let me relax, let me keep up with my horse. And so I think for me, it was having to work with Dior. Um, on coming back to me because Dior can kind of like to get a little quick sometimes. And so really working on making her more like come back easier, adjustable is what I want to say. So more adjustable. And then she constantly reminds, she's like, relax and sit deep. And when I relax, then my body just kind of melts with her and I can rock my hips with her easier than if I'm like a little uptight and in my head overthinking like, okay, keep her slow, keep your legs here. So bringing her back to me and then melting has really helped me be able to sit the canter. And then I can control, like if we speed up, then I can rock my hips more with her, if I lean to lengthen her stride, or I can shorten it. So I feel like the hardest part, which you probably already know, is how trainers are always like, you know, slow your personal rhythm as a rider, and then your horse will come back to you. I feel like that is very hard to do, but once you get a grasp of it, then it really works, right? So it's like, okay, I have to slow my own body and then my horse will come back to me more. So just some things to think about. It's still not easy. Like I understand how to do it. And sometimes, you just stiffen up and you're trying to pull with your hands when it's really all about how you control your body. So yeah, yeah. So, but I'm impressed because you said sitting trot is your strength, a strength of yours. That is not a strength of mine. Dior is very bouncy, and you have an invitation to come ride her whenever you want. So we'll have to plan that. But she's very bouncy, and the sitting trot is painful. So I'm glad that you have mastered that. So that's impressive. But yeah. But I just want to thank you, Janae, for taking the time to speak to me and share your story and your experiences with writing. I feel like it's just a good way to show the viewers, hey, it doesn't matter about age. You started at 3 and you've been writing since then. And I think that's incredible. I started at 8, so you have way more years, that you started before me. So I think age doesn't matter. And then also a good thing that I love that I already said, loving all the ponies, whether they're the backyard ponies, as we call them, the fancy ponies, the middle ground ponies, they all deserve love. They all teach us something new. So you work hard. I've seen you not just compete, right? Because you have to pick stalls and groom them and tend to
Yeah.
wounds. So riding is not just about sorry, being an equestrian is not just about riding, it's about the whole horse and taking care of them. So you work hard, you have passion, and I just am very excited to see all the new things that you'll be able to accomplish. So I look forward to it, and you can come ride my horse anytime. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone, for joining us. It was great talking to you, Janae, and we look forward to seeing everybody again soon.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I got the horses in the back, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse, ha, you can whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley, been up off that porch now. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder. Cheated on my baby. You can go and
It's your boy JR dropping them beats.